All right, so if you have a Chamberlain, Liftmaster, Craftsman, any one of those motors, they all bolt up basically the same. You have a hanger on that side. Now, if they came with that little half-inch, the little narrow angle, go ahead and try to replace that. Angle's gone up, but it's definitely worth having a solider, more solid mount so that your motor's not flopping around. This looks bad because I have skipped the sensors that go down there and over there because clearly I have a lot of stuff in my garage. So I have a pair that's just hanging there. All right, so you basically have a bolt here and a bolt over there, and that will allow the whole unit to come down. Up on top, this particular one, you got these little screws right here. They're quarter drive. There should be 3 of them. And this cap comes off. This particular unit's a belt drive. If you have a chain drive, they normally don't have screws. They just have a piece up here that you will squeeze and pop off. All right, then up and around here, that should be what, 1/2-inch bolt. And then there should be another one, yep, right there, 1/2-inch bolt. Belt drive, chain drive, they are the same. If you have a belt drive that's in good condition, the chain drive that's in good condition, you can literally unbolt 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, and this whole unit is unattached from the rail, and it can come down. You unplug it, you have your wires over here, and you're just going to push on the orange tab. It's not very hard. Don't force it, just push in, and these will slide out. Keep track of which wire or what wire goes where, because you will plug that into the new unit. If you're upgrading from an older style, say a purple wire to a yellow wire, it uses the same plug-in. If you go back even older, or some of the ones that had a 3-wire common, you just unscrew the 3 screws that are up on top, figure out which 4 wires go to the safety eyes, which 2 wires go to your wall button, separate those from the 3-wire plug, put them in down here, and that'll work. Follow the instructions in your manual to program. I've also done one of those. But it literally is, it's those 4 bolts that comes down. Your safety eyes, if they were working, they will still continue to work. If your wall button was working, it will still continue to work, depending on what unit you get. If you're going from yellow wire to yellow wire, everything that was working will continue to work, and you're just basically replacing the brains and the motor. Unfortunately, the way electronics go these days, a lot of times the electronics, the little computer board that's back here, is going to cost more to replace that than it is to get a whole basic unit. So again, it's 4 of those. You unplug those in the same spot, put them in. I'm not a fan of LEDs in the motor. That is what I have, but the newer ones are supposed to be able to take LEDs. The older ones are not. The LED can actually cause electromagnetic interference and short out your computer inside your motor. Programming is very straightforward. Just make sure you don't get a twist in your chain. When you go to take it up off the sprocket here, you are going to need to loosen this basically all the way up to the very end, and then you'll pull that chain up and around and let it sit on top of the rail. All right, then when you go to undo these bolts here, you're going to bring this down and you're going to let the rail sit on the top of your door. Just let it gently rest. Don't drop it because you don't want to damage your door. Just let it sit down, then undo those top 2 bolts here, and the whole head unit will come down. So we'll go start to finish. You want to unplug. This one's not okay because it has it's not supposed to be with a drop cord, but anyway, so unplug your motor, undo your wires, pull that away so this is ready. The whole unit is ready to come down. Undo your 2 1/2-inch, they're normally 1/2-inch bolts here, and set this down onto the motor or onto the door. Undo your cap. Loosen your belt or chain drive. Take it off of the sprocket up here and lay it on top of the rail up here. That keeps it generally out of the way. Undo your last 2 bolts up here, and the head unit is completely free. So you're going to want to hang on to that. Don't try to drop it. Set that down on the ground. Bring your new head unit straight up and put those same bolts back in right on top. Then take your motor, push it up into place. Get one of these bolts here. Take a break. You're like, all right, it's hanging by 1 bolt. The rail is on. Everything looks good. Put your other one in there. Grab your belt or your chain. Run it around your sprocket. Make sure you don't have a twist in it. Put your cap on. Tighten down your bolts here. Tighten down your bolts up here. Retension your chain or belt. Don't put too much tension on it. You want it to be tight, not saggy, but if you over tension it, you're going to prematurely wear out your sprocket and gear up here. Plug in your wires, set your programming, you should be good to go. A bonus fact, if you undo the back bolt first on the rail and loosen this one, it will allow the head whole assembly to be able to twist, and that can take off some of the belt or chain tension that may be too much. Even if you loosened that, it may still be too much for you to easily pop it off the sprocket. So if you just undo one and loosen the other, it'll allow that head unit to twist and you can get it to come off. Likewise, if you're going to put it on there and you just can't get it to go, leave the one out, put the other one in gently, just enough so that it stays, twist that head unit as a whole, and it'll give you enough slack that you can get that chain or sprocket on there, pull it into a square position, start your other screw, tighten those down, and you can get it finished. Hopefully that helps somebody out.